Alright, welcome to the Contest of Champions. It is the championship round. We've got the top 10 players from each of the semifinal rounds, and then we have 4 extra, I call them boss players, because they are very, very difficult opponents to go against, and they're all on the same team, hopefully. So, first we're going to cover District 1. In District 1, we have two of the semifinal winners, the top seeds. They won the semifinal rounds, and their advantage for winning is that they're on the same team. So we have NNA Subscriber and King Charles II. They were the semifinals winners in each of their respective matches. So they will be teaming up in District 1, or at least they have the chance to team up. We have seen that it is not always a given that they will team up. There's been a lot of betrayals that have occurred. So in District 2, we have Aquaman and The Rock. Both of these guys, of course, they are in District 2, which means they placed second in their respective matches. Aquaman was backstabbed by NNA Subscriber last round after they teamed up to kill Quagmire and Hernan Cortez. We, of course, saw that previously. It was a very intense matchup. In District 3, we have Trixx Rabbit and Quagmire. Of course, Trixx Rabbit, a little bit on the crazier side in terms of opponents. He was a madman in the semifinals round, but of course he was put down by King Charles II. And Quagmire, of course, who almost, the semifinals round was almost centered around him and his bond with Hernan Cortez. Of course, that duo, they did not end up winning, but they were both from separate districts. Him and Hernan Cortez, who is in District 4, paired up with the Walrus here, as you can see. But let's go back to Quagmire. Of course, he was like the center of attention for that entire match. Him and Hernan Cortez got into a few arguments, but they came back together in the end, and it was not enough. So hopefully this time, he's going to prove himself, he's going to prove his worth, and he's going to show that he is one of the top contestants, and he deserves to win. That will be his goal ultimately for today. And in District 5, we have Michelle Obama and Amenhotep III. Amenhotep III, of course, was a top seed last match in the semifinal round, and I consider him a top seed again. I think, he placed top 5. It was below expectations, but even then, top 5 is still really good. So hopefully he got a little warmed up in the last match. He's ready to go, and I think he's going to shock a lot of people today and make a little bit of a comeback victory. So Amenhotep III, don't sleep on him again. Of course, he was the top seed last match, and I would consider him another one of the top seeds this match. And he's teamed up with Michelle Obama, as I just said, and I don't think she'll make it very far. Of course, she betrayed Barack Obama by teaming up with The Rock and then having him killed, which, we've spoken to Obama, who's in District 6. He's teamed up with Winston. We've spoken to him about the matter. He says he is furious and he's ready to get his revenge. It was uncalled for what she did. They could have made it to the very end, but of course that didn't happen. Michelle placed top 5, but it was a runaway victory by being teamed up with The Rock. Amenhotep III and Michelle Obama in District 5, and Barack Obama and Winston in District 6, which moves us on to District 7, where we have Muttley and Midas from Fortnite. Muttley, of course, is without his teammate Dick Dastardly. Dick Dastardly actually cheated his way into both semifinal rounds where he lost in each of those respective rounds. However, Muttley carried on his legacy. He's teamed up with Midas today. Midas, of course, I still consider him one of the more ferocious contestants here in the Contest of Champions finals. And in District 8, we have NNA Productions and the Burger King. Of course, this is a very unpopular district, mostly for NNA Productions being in here. We all know that his teammate, NNA Subscriber, won with a record-setting 5 kills in the semifinals rounds. But NNA Productions did nothing. He did not really contribute at all. He had no kills. Made it to top 8. He shouldn't have even made it to top 8, really. It was almost as if all the other contestants just had pity on him. And in District 9, we have Norman Osborne, aka, William Dafoe, and Jack Nicholson. They are in District 9, both very established actors. They will be looking to make a name for themselves. And in District 10, Again, this is the 10th seeded district, so I don't expect much out of these two, but I always love a good underdog story. It is Little Sweet who snuck his way into the 10th seed. I don't know how he did it. I did not predict him to go this far, but he did, and of course he is teamed up with the almighty Don Cheadle. And now we're going to be going on to District 11. These two did not participate in the semifinals, so you're probably wondering, what are they doing here? We only took the top 10 from each semifinals round, which leaves us with 4 other, unfilled spots, because there's 12 districts, as we know. Who's going to be the other 4? Well, here they are. I consider these the boss opponents. They are almost, considering this is the first annual Contest of Champions, they don't have any experience in here, just as everybody else, but they are top seeds. I consider them top seeds. They are almost little mini bosses in this tournament. They're just going to cause some bumps in the road. Do they care about winning? Possibly not, but, I think they're just in here. We've brought them in here to the tournament to just, cause some bumps to these other opponents who are really looking for a win. These guys have already established themselves as, real competitors, regardless of what it is. We have Lord Farquaad and Ganondorf. These two, they are looking strong. We, of course, saw Lord Farquaad in the Shrek movies. He was amazing. And Ganondorf, of course, not only in Smash Bros., but, of course, he was a big-time player in the Zelda franchise. And in District 12, similar story. We have Clint Eastwood and Master Chief. These two are established winners, okay? Master Chief, of course, from the Halo games, and Clint Eastwood from, any spaghetti western movie ever. And that will wrap it up for the introductions of all of our contestants today, as we will move on to the championship match in the Contest of Champions. Amenhotep III, Ganondorf, and Norman Osborne get into a fight, and Ganondorf triumphantly kills them both. So that is the end for Amenhotep III, him being the first contestant to go out along with Norman Osborne. You blew it! And Ganondorf already showing that fighting spirit that brought him into the contest. And just like I said just a few seconds ago, he is looking to spoil the tournament for everyone else. Amenhotep has a reputation of winning, and here he is knocked out early. That is one of the more surprising losses that we've seen so far here in the tournament. Really disappointing. I'm sure a lot of Amenhotep fans back home, they are really showing a lot of melancholy here. NNA subscriber takes a handful of throwing knives. I guess in this case it would be fidget spinners, but that's fine. Obama and The Rock fight for a bag. The Rock gives up and retreats. So Obama already getting revenge on The Rock. Not really like a big time, settle the score type revenge. Of course, we know The Rock stole Michelle Obama from Barack. And, we know Barack was not happy about that. He said openly he was furious at not only Michelle, but The Rock also. Here we go, Obama and The Rock already showing beef as Obama steals The Rock's bag of supplies. We're going to see that a lot more in the tournament today, I feel like. Michelle Reeves receives food from an unknown sponsor, and Trixx Rabbit stabs Lil Sweet in his back while he is turned away from him. So the Trixx Rabbit already showing that ferociousness. This is why these guys are seated so high. I mean, they are already showing just how powerful they are. Don Cheadle, NNA subscriber, and Winston unsuccessfully ambush Quagmire, Obama, and Aquaman, who kill them instead. So that is a very surprising turn of events as NNA subscriber goes down along with Don Cheadle and Winston. Quagmire, Obama, and Aquaman, the unlikely trio, they take down an ambush with NNA subscriber. That ferociousness that NNA subscriber showed early in the semifinals match, he can't bring it over to today, and he is one of the first to be eliminated. That is probably the biggest upset of the tournament that we've seen so far. Of course, we know Amenhotep was eliminated, but Amenhotep, he was showing a disappointing effort in the semifinals match, and that is the same for NNA subscriber here in the championship, who surprised everyone in the semifinals last round. Ganondorf stabs Master Chief while his back is turned. Ganondorf is just showing insane amounts of concentration, and he's getting after opponents, not only contestants who've participated in the semifinals, but other mini-bosses. So Master Chief goes out early, which is surprising. I wouldn't call it an upset per se, but he is out. NNA Productions and Muttley fight Hernan Cortez and The Rock. NNA Productions and Muttley survive. So that is another surprising turn of events. So many upsets going on today. You never know what you're going to get with these tournaments, as NNA Productions and Muttley, those two, very doubted coming into this tournament. I am surprised that they knocked down Hernan Cortez and The Rock, of course, who were top seeds. That is very surprising. So a lot of upsets on day one, as NNA Productions, probably the worst contestant in the entire tournament, who has just snuck his way into the championship, and he shows that, hey, I can compete with these big dogs, and he takes them down. A very eventful day on day one, as 9 tributes have already fallen. Amenhotep III has been eliminated. NNA Subscriber has been eliminated. Hernan Cortez and The Rock. So, very surprising. We have lost a 1 seed, a 5 seed, a 4th seed, and a 2 seed here. So, very shocking. Those are the big upset losses, probably for the entire tournament. King Charles thinks about winning, and that is, that's fitting for him, because, King Charles, he might win this tournament. He won the semifinals, and if he wins the championship match today, I think it is well-deserved. Ganondorf is awoken by nightmares. Ganondorf is freaking me out. He is. This guy is like, he just goes around and just backstabs, kills, does whatever he has to do. He's already got 2 kills here in day 1. Very impressive by him, but I mean, hey, he's getting shaken up by some of these nightmares. Maybe these kills are starting to haunt him. Obama fends Muttley, NNA Productions, and Aquaman away from his fire. So Muttley and NNA Productions, they're really keeping that duo alive. I mean, their friendship here, they've already fended off an ambush. I don't know why they're attacking Obama. I don't know why they're attacking Obama. I don't know what he did. Lord Farquaad tries to sleep throughout the entire day. Lord Farquaad does not want to be here. He does not want to be here. So on day 2, no cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Of course, an uneventful day. That usually happens early on in the tournament. I mean, after the first day, everybody sort of calms down, gets some rest, and prepares for days 3 and 4. The Walrus, Midas, King Charles II, Clint Eastwood, and Trixx Rabbit track down and kill Obama. Oh my goodness, Barack Obama has fallen. It took 5 contestants to bring him down, including the top-seeded King Charles and Clint Eastwood. And Trixx Rabbit, of course, is part of the mix as well. Let's not forget about him. Obama has just been a target of bad luck. And there he goes. He is eliminated. 1 cannon shot can be heard in the distance. That, of course, is for the fallen Barack Obama. Quagmire is awoken by nightmares. Michelle tends to her wounds. The Walrus begs for Ganondorf to kill him. He refuses, keeping the Walrus alive. You'd think Ganondorf's ruthlessness, he would put down the Walrus, but he shows a little bit of sympathy for the Walrus. The Walrus, of all people, is probably the one person I would kill. And Aquaman dies from thirst. What an ironic turn of events that Aquaman dies from thirst. Literally lives in the ocean. But here he dies from thirst, so Aquaman is eliminated. Aquaman, of course, is the only person to fall on day 4. Midas and Muttley split up to search for resources. The Walrus tries to spearfish. And Quagmire dies of dysentery. Wow. Quagmire's story comes to an end in an uneventful manner. He dies from dysentery. Not a very satisfying outcome for Quagmire. I'm sure he is very disappointed. Trixx Rabbit attempts to climb a tree, but falls to his death. So Trixx Rabbit is dead. He is eliminated from the tournament. He fell out of a tree. So, there's always next year, Trixx Rabbit, but for now, you are eliminated. Muttley severely injures Jack Nicholson and leaves him to die. So Jack Nicholson is left to die, and Trixx Rabbit falls out of a tree like an idiot. Michelle throws a knife into NNA Productions' head. Michelle, I was very unpleased with Michelle's performance in her semifinals match, especially when she betrayed Barack Obama. But here, she kills NNA Productions, and I am so grateful for her. Thank you for eliminating the burden of NNA Productions. I did not want him to place anywhere near top 10. Not that it would matter. I just didn't want him to be like, hey, I got top 10. Like, no, you suck. What is up with people trying to climb trees? Midas attempts to climb a tree but falls to his death. He is eliminated. This brings on the feast, day 7. Muttley and Ganondorf fight King Charles II and Michelle, and believe it or not, King Charles II and Michelle survive. The Burger King decapitates Lord Farquaad with a sword. Lord Farquaad, like, he's done nothing this tournament, so he's finally eliminated. Very unfortunate for him. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. A pretty eventful day. On the feast, we have lost Ganondorf and Lord Farquaad. Michelle tends to the Burger King's wound, and the walrus dies from an infection, suffering a similar fate that The Rock did in his semifinals match. He dies from an infection, and 1 cannon shot can be heard in the distance. That, of course, is to honor the death of the walrus. King Charles II fends Michelle, Clint Eastwood, and the Burger King away from his fire on night 8.
I ask you, to what end? Dread it? Run from it? Destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here. Or should I say, I am.
King Charles II single-handedly fends off all 3 of the other contestants, and Clint Eastwood was a part of that mix. So, like, this is not an easy task, but I said it multiple times. King Charles is the #1 seed for a reason. Clint Eastwood silently snaps the Burger King's neck. Oh my goodness, the Burger King is out, and Clint Eastwood takes him down. And King Charles II strangles Michelle after engaging in a fist fight, and Clint Eastwood dies trying to escape the arena. So you know what that means. King Charles II is the winner. He is the true champion of the Contest of Champions. He deserves it. I was rooting for him the entire time. King Charles II, he won the semifinals match, placed first place by himself, and here he does it again, winning the Contest of Championship, the Contest of Champions. I don't know why it says semifinal up there. It's supposed to say, okay, everybody just ignore the part where it says semifinal up there. It is not supposed to say that. That is a typo. But anyways, that does not take away from this winning moment for King Charles II, as he has had so many highlight reel moments here in the championship and the semifinal, of course. He has placed first place in every match, so he is the only opponent to be undefeated. He came first place twice. That is so impressive. And on top of that, King Charles II, of course, leads the tournament in kills with 4 eliminations. King Charles II, he gets the most eliminations here in the Contest of Champions. Very impressive feat by him. Another surprising one was Muttley. Lots of people got 3 kills in this match. Of course, the Obama family combined had 6, but they were not teamed up. This is how it played out. King Charles II gets a win here, and that will be all. We will see you next time.